in the frozen wild, survival isn't earned. It's taken, clawed, bitten, and bled for. This is not a land for the weak. Out here, mercy is extinct. Every breath is a gamble. Every step a risk. Because in this ice-locked wilderness, the hunters are hunted, and the snow runs red. From the shadowed cliffs stalks the snow leopard, a ghost in spotted armor, born for silent death. In the north, the Wolverine charges like a freight train of fury, small in size, savage in soul. The wolves. They don't chase. They strategize, flank, and execute. They run like war machines. And in the trees, the lynx watches, waiting, before vanishing with blood on its whiskers. These predators don't just fight rivals. They fight time hunger and the cold itself. They don't survive because they're lucky. They survive because they are relentless. Welcome to the frozen edge of the world, where evolution sharpens its teeth, where failure is death, and where only the deadliest can call themselves alive. This is the wild, unforgiving, untamed, unmatched. Snow leopard, the silent assassin of the cliffs. Carved by ice and evolution, the snow leopard is a paradox of elegance and lethality. A ghost draped in spotted silver, moving through the mountains like a whispered threat. Its muscular frame is both lean and explosive, packed with power under a coat as pale as the snowdrifts it disappears into. Every inch of its body is engineered for stealth and survival. At extreme altitude, its long, thick tail, nearly the length of its entire body, acts as both a counterweight when leaping between jagged cliffs and a thermal blanket when curled beneath the freezing stars. Its paws are wide and fur-lined, spreading like snowshoes across powdery terrain, leaving almost no trace behind. And its eyes, pale green with a golden rim, are fixed in a constant state of calculation. But the snow leopard doesn't roar. It doesn't threaten. It doesn't chase. It stalks. It waits. And then, like a crack in time, it strikes. Unlike brute force predators, this cat is a master of topographical advantage. It doesn't simply chase prey, it manipulates the terrain. Watching from ridgelines high above it, identifies choke points, ledges, and narrow runoffs. When the time is right, it launches itself down near vertical slopes, hitting speeds that defy physics. Its landing is silent, its kill clinical. Its preferred prey, wild goats and sheep, are no less agile, but one misstep on ice means death. The snow leopard knows this, and so it pressures, it corners, it pushes until gravity does the work. Then it vanishes in silence, in snow, in victory. Arctic wolf, the tactical force of the tundra. If the snow leopard is the solo assassin, then the Arctic wolf is a warband with teeth. This is not a loner. This is an army, white-cloaked, disciplined and deadly. Built for endurance over raw speed, the Arctic wolf is slightly smaller than its gray cousin, but far more specialized. With a dense, double-layered coat, its entire body is fortified against sub-zero winds that slice across the tundra. Its limbs are sturdy paws, wide, and its gait, relentless. This wolf is made to move and to keep moving, but what makes it truly lethal is coordination. An Arctic wolf by itself is a capable hunter, but a pack of Arctic wolves is a synchronized machine. One mind, many bodies, each with a role. Scouts lead the approach. Flankers drive the prey. Blockers trap escape routes. And the strongest, typically, the alphas, go in for the kill. They hunt like strategists, Read terrain like general. Endure like marathoners. Their primary targets, muskox and caribou, even moose, are massive armored in muscle and horn. But the wolves don't need overwhelming force. They need opportunity. They surround harass probe for weakness and drag the target down piece by piece. Not with chaos, but with precision. When prey collapses, the entire pack eats together, grooms together, survives together. And when rivals appear, bears, lone scavengers, other packs, their defense is immediate, unified, unyielding. What makes the Arctic wolf deadliest is not its bite. It's its brotherhood, its trust, its patience, and its willingness to bleed for the pack. Wolverine, the berserker of the boreal. In the frozen backcountry, where even giants fall, the wolverine stands barely 3 feet long, and yet commands fear like a creature 5 times its size. Stocky, low to the ground, all muscle and menace. Its appearance may seem unassuming at first glance. Dark brown fur with lighter stripes, small eyes, and rounded ears. But beneath that rugged coat lies a body built like a battle tank. Low profile, heavily armored with dense fur and thick hide. The cold barely touches it. Hunger never slows it. Pain is irrelevant. The wolverine doesn't hunt like a tactician. It doesn't stalk with patience or wait for a kill. It takes, by force or by fury. This beast is a brawler, blunt, bold, brutal. It tracks wounded caribou across miles. It raids cached kills from bears. It charges predators twice its size and wins. Not because it's stronger, but because it's too savage to quit. Its claws are curved like meat hooks. Its jaws can crush bone. It bites, slashes tears, and then eats in frozen silence. A predator that refuses submission, that greets danger with defiance. Yet beneath that savagery lies cunning. The wolverine knows when to fight and when to vanish into the pines. Knows where to cache food beneath the snow. Knows how to fake retreat, only to circle back and strike. It doesn't form packs. It doesn't need allies. It's the apex of solitary savagery. To survive the boreal wild, you don't need to be the biggest. You need to be the last one standing. And the wolverine always is. Great horned owl, the phantom of the night. When the sun dies and the sky freezes, the forest awakens to a predator the wind can't hear. The great horned owl guardian of the night killer, cloaked in silence. At nearly 2 feet tall, with a wingspan stretching up to 5 feet. This owl is a living shadow with talons sharper than daggers. Its mottled feathers, browns, grays flecks of cream allow it to vanish against tree bark and frozen rock. It doesn't move. It doesn't speak. It waits. But when it strikes, it's as if the night itself had teeth. With feathers specially adapted to muffle sound, the owl's flight is virtually silent. Rodents, hares, even other birds never hear it coming. Its talons clamp down with a force of up to 500 pounds per square inch, enough to crush the spine of prey many times its size. Its vision supernatural. It sees in near total darkness. Its hearing even sharper. It can detect the heartbeat of a mouse beneath snow. It does not chase. It executes. It does not roar. It devours in silence. It does not need speed, only timing. Unlike its larger cousins, the owl thrives on adaptability. It can make a home anywhere from Arctic tundra to suburban trees. It steals nests, claims towers, survives storms. Every aspect of its life is built on patience, precision, and deadly calm. The owl doesn't need numbers. It doesn't need muscle. It needs one clean strike. And it never misses. Each of these predators rules a different domain: cliff, forest, sky, snow. Each is forged by the same crucible, a world that doesn't forgive weakness. The snow leopard moves like a shadow that kills. The Arctic wolf hunts like a tribe at war. The Wolverine refuses death by sheer fury. The great horned owl kills without a sound. They don't survive because they're lucky. They don't dominate by chance. They endure because they are made of the same frost as the land itself. Cold, unyielding, relentless. In the frozen wild, there are no second chances, no room for mercy. Only one rule: fight to survive or vanish. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope the wonders of nature continue to inspire you. If you enjoyed this video, please share it and subscribe to our channel with notifications turned on so you won't miss our next adventure.